So here's something I've been considering for some time now, and I am wondering if it is time to get an Irish passport. Just to provide a bit of context, I do have ancestry in Ireland. Both my maternal side and paternal side, so my mum and dad, their grandparents, Irish immigrants. Now, I'm not sure, unless my own parents obtained Irish citizenship or hold an Irish passport. I'm not sure if that means that I can just apply for a passport of my own. So in this video today, I am going to be exploring different options as to how I can get an Irish passport.
Just hiding out in the barn because it's getting a bit cold outside, and we're having a big tidy up in the house, so it's too crazy in there. So back to then the application for an Irish passport. Now I know, because obviously I'm a couple of generations away, and I know I'm not, I think there's something called the Foreign Births Register, what I have been looking up so far. So I know obviously I'm not on that, and there could be, maybe that's a process that I have to go through. But then I kind of thought, well, I'm living in Ireland, I have been living here, settled here for a number of years. I'm not still living in the UK. I know of a lot of people living in the UK with Irish ancestors, Irish family, applying for Irish passports so they can still have that connection to the EU. But I'm also living here, so I kind of thought, well, why not go down the citizenship route? This is where maybe some of you out there will have some advice, but I thought today's video, the main theme could be looking that up together and just trying to find out what it all means, really.
So this is a quick speed up of me doing my research, and I was filming as I was researching and I was explaining, but when I played the back, I confused myself even more. So I will not be releasing that, but as you can see, I'm busy working away here, looking very serious. But essentially, I went to a couple of websites. Well, I went to the irishimmigration.ie website to register through the portal. So you just put in your key information and your email address, and you can register to create a portal, and then you complete that application online in your own time. So I'm registered, is what I'm saying there. I also did do a quick search on the family connection, but as I thought, my own parents aren't part of the foreign birth register, so it would just be a really laborious, tricky process to go down that route, given that it was my great grandparents. Although I have, on one side, I have I have birth certificates and everything from that great grandparent from County Mayo. I'm just going to go through the spousal and residency route, which I will sum up at the end of this video.
So I'm going to go straight into it now in terms of my research, and you'll see at the start of the video I initially said, well, what about getting my Irish passport? I do have a family connection, but it turns out really that family connection is it's a generation too far back. It's great grandparents on both sides, mum and dad, but it's too far back really, unless, and I've already explained this, well, I hope, unless my own parents were on the foreign births register, I could maybe go down that route. But so I was looking more at then the citizenship route. So I was a bit confused about hearing 3 years, and then I was hearing 5 years. My understanding is from doing the research, and I've linked some of the websites below, and I'm hopefully going to explain as well in the description box the kind of sort of steps I took in terms of registering with the portal to apply for citizenship. But if I go back to then those options with citizenship, just looking at my notes here, so my understanding is if I was a resident living in Ireland just on my own without any direct links to being related to anyone here, then it's 5 years residency. And again, within the application form, you do need to make sure you can provide your identification and a passport from your birth country, and also proof of address that you've been living here. And you also need a referee, so you possibly need up to 3 references. You need to nominate 3 references. I'm not sure if all 3 references are contacted, but you need 3 to provide a reference if necessary, and they have to also be Irish citizens within that. Alongside that, there is a fee of €175 for the application through the portal, and I don't know if beyond that there's any further sort of costing. I know obviously if you are successful in your citizenship, and then that allows you to go on and apply for your passport, you've obviously got your passport fees as well within that. Okay, so now looking at the process of citizenship, I think the actual term is naturalization, that I can go through being married to someone that was born on the island of Ireland. I hope I'm pronouncing that better, and 3 years being married and residing in the country before you can make that application through naturalization. And again, your spouse has to complete an affidavit, like a report, evidence that they are married to you and that you are living together, and the usual things as well, like your birth certificate, your identification through passport, and your proof of address over the last 3 years. And again, you still require your 3 references. The spousal report or declaration does have to also be witnessed and signed by someone like a solicitor. The application, like I've already mentioned, is €175, but again, further down the line, you've got costs involved like solicitors' fees, and also once you hopefully get through the process, the application for the passport, for your first Irish passport as well, you've got the costings for that. So really, when I was saying I think it's quite straightforward, I mean it is. It's quite it has to be an in-depth process, doesn't it, when you're looking at taking on citizenship of another country if you've been living somewhere else other than where you were born. So I do understand that, but it's going to take me a little while. Maybe if I get some time over the summer that I can get all my paperwork together. Is a bit of a rundown on where I'm at with my research. I don't know if that's useful to any of you who are also looking at sort of citizenship here in Ireland. Now, again, I would love to hear from you if you have gone through that process, having moved here from another country. I would love to know more. And I just wanted to say thank you for those of you that have come back to my videos to watch the channel. It really means a lot, and please do give this a like if you find this useful. And hopefully in the next few videos I'm hoping to share some updates on our renovation projects, as we're doing it ourselves, and I really need to get some motivation to tackle the ever-growing weeds in our garden. So I'll leave it there for today, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.